Today, from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the New York Jets.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout, and it's really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle.
Just about set for football. Blake Grupe is ready to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Blake Grupe now for the extra point. It's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. They would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down. On second down, a run with Hall. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Now back to throw. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2nd and 9 now. finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 7-7, our score after one. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They go right back to Singletary. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, on is Lou Hedley to punt for New Orleans. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the interception on the opening drive, but bounced back to throw a touchdown last time out. And he'll look to build on that as they start 1st and 10. Here's a ball, has it knocked loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They run here with Singletary. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Singletary. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Here's Blake Grupe now for the Saints field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. He'll drop to throw.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Daniel Whelan now. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Singletary. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw again. And the catch made by Johnson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now on Williams. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw here. And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Caught by Wilson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Colin Saunders. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That finds Smith-Schuster. Nice grab. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. They'll look to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. Where was with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Back to throw again.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Groupie for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for New Orleans, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.
Tonight,
Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So here come the Patriots now on offense. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Again, it's Stevenson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The Patriots looking for a 5th win of the season in this one, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
The throw over the middle taken in, so they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now left side on the swing pass.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting.
Intercepted. It's Marte Mapu.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive.
They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. A Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep doesn't matter.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. That time a 9-play drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Douglas, the man in motion. 2nd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2nd and a couple. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Douglas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Douglas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Douglas, the man in motion. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 1. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne from 6 yards away. And the Patriots will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
First down.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. In the 1 o'clock games, the one that catches the eye happens in Big D at AT&T Stadium, a tough test for the Cowboys as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the game at SoFi Stadium. Well, it will be the Chargers taking on the Miami Dolphins. And lastly, we'll be tuned in on Sunday night for what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Caught outright by Renfro. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 2nd and 6. And that one too wide and incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. Down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Now Ryland for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This taken in right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. He'll drop to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Jalen Phillips able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. He's going to try and take off with it. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A short throw to Musgrave. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. A give for Stevenson, running right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Douglas, the man in motion. Back to Stevenson on 1st down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down 21-14. A little under 2.5 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Patriots have just about sewn up this football game.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
On 3rd down, here's Stevenson.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Atlanta regains possession of the football. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He's back to throw. Able to connect with Jacobs. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Oh, man, that could wind up being the key play of the ball game right there. Defensively here, you know they've got no timeouts. You've got to keep them away from the sidelines. Here, not only do they get the big yardage, but they get out of bounds as well.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Over the middle to Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So that drive goes 8 plays. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This is first. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. 2nd down and inches. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England's offense set to go. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run once more with Stevenson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tie.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. They'll set up to throw. Checking this down to Stevenson. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
The Patriots send out their punter on for a very important punt here in overtime. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Third and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Oh, and he'll be tackled and covered up inbounds. They get another first, but they're working with no timeouts. So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
M-E-H, man. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 13 of the NFL.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams. 7 yards there and a first down. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams to about the 48-yard line. 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Richardson to the air on first down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Right back to Pitts again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First carry here for Ken Walker to about the 35, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
19 Sergeant.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And Walker has it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 4. They'll run the toss to Walker. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Richardson working from the gun. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
I'm not sure that the surprise was that they actually faked it. That's classic territory to go ahead and do it. The surprise to me is that they were successful. I'm not sure the defense was really prepared.
And now they're going to keep the drive alive here. Really big play on the fake punt. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Here's 3rd and 3. Richardson looking to throw this. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Powerful running. And he'll go down at the 28. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And fights through one man. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Richardson.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Now Richardson back to throw it. He completes this to Walker.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Buying time to his left. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Myers' kick is good, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford heading back out. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Stafford. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give for Walker running right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Richardson out of the shotgun. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now it's Richardson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon on presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. On 1st down, Stafford here. And his throw is incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Here is 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line, but not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Now Richardson.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. This one goes underneath to Walker. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. That's taken on the 25.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense.
And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action, because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
From the shotgun, Richardson. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Richardson shotgun on third down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That is caught. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And they no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Here's Walker to start the drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Richardson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
On 1st down, Richardson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw again, Richardson. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
And going right back to Walker.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Rams have won the game.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for the Rams, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
today. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's week.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And when you break it down, this was just a